up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in 4th grade land we are going to talk about factors. As always, like and subscribe. You're going to want to get some scrap paper, you're going to want to get some pencils because I'm going to do some problems, you're going to do some problems, and we're all going to do some problems together. So let's talk about factors, huh? A factor is a number that divides a larger number. Okay, so if you saw a previous video of mine called divisibility, you know some of those divisibility rules. You know if a certain number can divide another number. Can you do this divided by that and get a nice answer? That's what a factor is. So we look at these three guys right here and we ask ourselves, is 4 a factor of 16? Can we do 16 divided by 4? Sure we can. 16 divided by 4 is 4, so yes, 4 is a factor of 16. Is 3 a factor of 61? Well, we look at this and we say, can we do 61 divided by 3? So maybe you have to go back to the divisibility rules, which say, all right, well, 61 divided by 3, you add the digits, and can you divide that by 3? No, you can't. Then 3 is not a factor of 61. Okay, so you might have to whip out some of those divisibility rules if the numbers aren't as clear. Is 5 a factor of 21? Well, can you divide 21 by 5? Well, the divisibility rules for that say you can if the last digit is 0 or 5. Well, the last digit is not 0 or 5. So no, you can't do 21 divided by 5. So this is a big fat no. Okay? So that's what factors are. Can you divide that number by that number? Yes, then it's a factor. No, then it's not. Okay? Make sense? You try it. Look at these numbers right here. Can you do 35 divided by 5? Can you do 32 divided by 9? If you can, then yes. If you can't, then no. So freeze the screen, answer those questions, come back. We'll go over it together. Welcome back. Is 5 a factor of 35? Well, in the last problem, we said that you can divide a number by 5 if the last digit is 0 or 5. Look at that, the last digit is 5. So is 5 a factor of 35? Yes, yes it is. Is 9 a factor of 32? Can you divide 32 by 9? Well, if you remember the divisibility rules, what you do is you add those numbers up and ask yourself, can I divide that by 9? No. 5 divided by 9, you can't do it? Then no, 9 is not a factor of 32. Okay? So factors and divisibility rules are very, 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 very similar. So what we're going to do is we're going to list all the factors up to 10, of 10 and up to 10. So we're going to ask ourselves, all right, well, what can I divide from 10? Well, you can always divide 1 from a number. So that's going to be our first thing. Can you divide 2 from 10? Sure. Think of the divisibility rules. This ends in an even number. Therefore, you can divide it by 2. So can I divide it by 3? 1 plus 3 is 1. 1 divided by 3, can't do it. Can you divide by 4? No. So you can't do that. Can you divide by 5? Yes. And here's the fun part. Once you get halfway there, okay, once you realize that you're in the middle up to that number, you're done, and then you skip all the way to the very end. So you go to 10. So halfway from 1 to 10 is going to be 5. So once you get to that 5, you don't have to do 6, 7, 8, or anything like that, or 9. You could just skip right to 10, and then you're done. Okay? So that's all the factors up to 10. Kind of tricky. Sometimes it's going to be very time-consuming, like this one's going to be. But once we get halfway there, we're going to be done. Okay? So let's list all the factors of 27. This one's going to take a while. Always start out with 1. Can you divide 27 by 2? No. Can you divide it by 3? Yes. Can you divide it by 4? No. Can you divide it by 5? No. Can you divide it by 6? No. Can you divide it by 7? No. Can you divide it by 8? No. Can you divide it by 9? Yes. Can you divide it by 10? No. Can you divide it by 11? No. 12? No. 13? No. But you know what? 14 is halfway there. So once we get to 14 and we say 14 is a big fat no, then we jump right to 27. So the factors for 27 are 1, 3, 9, and 27. So let's try these on your own. List all the factors of 15. List all the factors of 22. I'll let you pause the screen. We'll come back and we'll try it out. All right. All right, let's do it. List all the factors of 15. 1 is always a possibility. Can you do 2? No. Can you do 3? Yes. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Can you do 4? No. Can you do 5? Yes. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 6? No. 7? No. And 8 is going to be our halfway point. So 8 is a no. So the only other one's going to be 15. How nice. List all the factors of 22, the Taylor Swift special. Now, 1 is always a factor. Can you divide it by 2? Yes. 3? No. 4? No. 5? No. 6? No. 7? No. 8? No. 9? No. 10? No. 11? Yes, you can do 11. You can divide that by 11. What about 12? No, but you know what? 11's the halfway point. So once we hit 11, we can jump straight to 22. Now let's also talk about factor pairs. Factor pairs are two numbers that multiply out to a larger number. Okay, so what we're going to do is list all of our factors, then group them together, then list them out. Okay, so a factor pair are two numbers that multiply out to a larger number. So think of it this way. Just don't think like, can you divide by a number? Think what you can divide by and what you'll get. Okay, so when I divide 12 by 1, I get 12. So I'm going to match these guys up. That's going to be a factor pair. Hopefully I'm giving myself enough space. So 1 and 12 is a factor pair. Can I divide by 2? Yes. And when you divide by 2, you get 6. So that is a factor pair. So 2 and 6 are factor pairs. Can I divide by 3? Yes, I can. What do I get? 4. So that's a factor pair. Now the nice thing about doing it this way is once you run into numbers that are right next to each other, stop. You're done. 3 and 4 are right next to each other. So there's no point for you going any further. Because if you were to go any further, you would say 4. But 4 matches up with 3, and I don't feel like repeating myself. And you can't do 5. 6 matches up with 2. So why bother repeating yourself? Once you kind of get numbers that are right next to each other like this, you're done, you're done, you're done, you're done, you're done. Now, I believe we did 27 already. So if you remember, I think we did 12 also. I don't remember. But I know we did 27. And when we did 27, we got 1, 3, 9, that's a 9, and 27. So if you think of it, okay, well, 1 times 27, that's a factor pair. So 1 and 27. And the other factor pair is going to be 9 and 3, 3 and 9. Okay, so although we don't get any numbers in between, what's going to happen is we list out all of our numbers and we can make those little rainbows and connect them together. So you try it. You list out all the factors and make your rainbows. List out all your factors and make your rainbows and see what happens. List all the factor pairs of 15, which we did before, and all the factor pairs of 32, which we didn't do yet, and see what happens. Go. All right. All the factor pairs of 15. So let's kind of pretend like we didn't do 15 yet. Okay, so you're going to do 15 is going to be 1, and 1 times 15 is going to be 15. So that's a factor pair, 1 and 15. Can you do 2? No. Can you do 3? Yes. 3 and 5 are a factor pair because 3 times 5 is 15, so 3 and 5. Can we do 4? No, but after 4 we hit 5, which means we're done. So after 4, you hit 5, you're done. Once you get to this other number, you can call it a day. Now 32 is going to have a lot more. Not a lot more, a few more, I think. So we do 1, which means automatically 32 is another guy. So 1 and 32 are an option. Okay, let's do 2. 2, oh, you know what, I forgot to do my little line. I can't, oh, I got it. Oh no, it's different colors. You know what, I'm keeping it. I like it. 2 is going to be 16. So 2 and 16 are factor pairs, 2 and 16. Okay, can I do 3? No. Can I do 4? Yes. 4 is going to be 8. So 4 and 8 are factor pairs. 4 and 8 are factor pairs. Can I do 5? No. Can I do 6? No. Can I do 7? No. Can I do 8? Yes, because we already did it. So once I get to that point where I get to my next number, we're done. We call it a day. Dunzo funzo, we're over. All right, so those are factor pairs and factoring in general. Okay, and so factors have a lot to do with multiplication and division mixed together. So not only are you finding your factors, you're also grouping them together to make factor pairs. All right, so kind of a unique lesson today. Not, a lot to go with here, but I had fun, and I hope you did too. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I hope this helps. I love you. Have a good day. Bye.